So it is a lot to go over. Um, so, like I said, I have a segment I'm gonna be doing that's called History with Ski. I'm gonna be working on that a little bit more to put us in put me in a better position to have more accurate information. Um, and more spot on things. So I'm gonna do a little bit more research. So probably not every show I'm gonna have that segment, but shows I will. So today I'm doing another segment that I'm gonna be doing, and it's called Quotes with Ski. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of this quote, but this quote is a quote that I grew up hearing. And the quote is, if you knew better, you would do better. What does that quote mean? If you knew better, you do better. It's kind of simple if you listen to the words, right? But in a lot of ways, it can be tricky, right, for a lot of people. So if you knew better, you do better. Meaning, if you understood what you was doing to be wrong, then you would do something different to not be wrong, right? So I'm gonna take the position of, if you knew better, you do better, being a correct quote. Someone can flip this and say they want to do the negative part of it, but I'm gonna go to the positive saying of this, right? If you knew better, you would do better. If you knew better, you would do better. I can use this in so many different scenarios, right? Things I was talking about earlier, like I'm gonna say the Trump rhetoric that's been going on, right? If you knew better, you do better. So I gotta say that he doesn't know better, or maybe he do and just don't care. But I have to say, if you knew better, most people would do better. They wouldn't do, the evil thing. They wouldn't do malicious things if they knew that it was gonna hurt someone, right? So if you knew that what you were saying or what you were doing um, was gonna be a detriment to someone, you probably wouldn't do that. You probably would figure out a way to say that in a way where it doesn't hurt or discourage anyone else, right? Hence the word. If you knew better, you would do better. So I'm not going to use Trump. I'm going to use, I hate beating this, like beating a dead horse. Dr. Umar. We're going to go with him. If you knew better, you would do better. The reason why I say he don't know better is because even with all the examples that he just had when he was going through everything he was going through, as far as his school being shut down, chains being put on the doors, them trying to auction it off because of taxes or things like that not being paid, he gets a blessing, figures out a way to pay off these debts so they can't sell the school. Chains come off the door. First video he do, he come out and he said, hey, we're back, da-da-da, this and that, going through the halls and showing the gym and certain things inside the school, and we're gonna have movie nights and all of this stuff, right? But dead in the midst of doing that, my man say, don't forget your PayPal, Cash App me, and don't forget your PayPal, well, it says your donation. Da-da-da. He goes right back into the donation thing when everyone's skeptical about your donation things. Everyone's skeptical about what happened with them putting a lien on the building and trying to sell it from up under you, them closing it down. You've been collecting money for over 10 years, 15 years, or whatever you want to say, for this school, and nothing never really actually is materializing, right? You see something, as I said, he's showing something with the building. Okay, you put some yellow paint on the buildings. You got somebody to paint it. You got somebody painting some hallways and in there in classrooms. Some of these classrooms, if you got a lot of stuff up in there, and then you say, "Oh, we have to take stuff up out of there and bring it to the gym," but you got the gym fully done, right? Like I said, the easiest thing before. If he knew better, he wouldn't have came right back out with videos and right away asked for donations, right? He should have came back out with the video, showed the people, look, brother, we got the buildings back. We got the debt paid off. I'm right back to what I'm doing. This is knowing better, right? And just reading your room. It's not reading the rule because the first thing you say is, back to, donate to the, your PayPal. Don't forget your PayPal. This and that. And then you come in with divisiveness as well. If you knew better, brother, you would do better. You would have never said that if you don't identify as this, you can't come. If you don't do this, then you can't come. You talking about all this unity, but you putting divisiveness in between our community, right? But if I knew better, I would do better. He does not know better. So how can he do better, right? His whole thing is a scam. He's a charlatan, like I said, you guys. And everything is about him making money and him being able to continue what he's been doing for 14, 15 years. Not smart enough, don't have the bandwidth or the brainwidth to say, I think that I want to go about this in a different way. I almost lost this building. Let me figure out how to do this the right way. Let me go get some help from some people that actually have the connections and things that we will need to get the stuff that we need to do to make sure that this not looked at as a scam as it was before. I have to show everyone that I did turn over a new leaf. Someone was gracious enough to pay off this debt so we don't lose this dream that I have manifested and put out here to the world. So to just outright say everything is a scheme, I can't say that because he did do something, but I think that it was done to keep the money coming in so that he can actually fund his lifestyle. If he knew better, he would have done better. That quote reigns so supreme within this. I could put another piece on there. If she knew better, she would do better. Cardi B, I'm talking about, you guys, was coming out of court and someone asked her a question about her being with child. And they said it in a way that upset her. You're in court fighting a case over you supposedly assaulting someone. You grabbed something, a pen or whatever it was, and you threw it at the person who asked you the question and then yelled out, discouraging words towards this person because they asked you a question. Displaying what these people are saying you did to them in court. I wouldn't even say by the grace of God she beat the case, but you beat the case, so you got lucky. But that right there, if I was an attorney, and I'm quite sure everybody's watching social media, I would have used it. See what my client said? This is what happened when she approached her, this and that, and this is the reaction that she got. Look at this video of her outside of this courtroom. Look at her reaction. It's the same thing that my client is saying, which I think would have won the case for them. But if Cardi would have knew better, she would have done better. She did not know better. She's been able to do that type of for her entire life and basically get away with it. Listen to what she said. Yeah, I used to rob dudes, this and that. When I bring them back to my place, they wanted something out of me and I used to do something to them. She justified doing wrong. She does not know any better. So if she knew better, she would have done better. That's the quote of the day, you guys. Ski's opinion. That's where I'm going to end this. And say I would like to ask everyone, would you like, subscribe, and follow the channel? If there's anything that I'm doing that you feel is of service or is of disservice, I ask for you to write down in the comments, and we can address those. I'm open for discussion, and I'm open to learn more at any time. Like I said, this was or is Ski's opinion. Sure about everything and nothing at all. Like, subscribe, follow. Catch y'all next time.